The disciples of Morai Heg slowly prodded the sacrifices up the ancient stairs of the altar for sacrifice to their indifferent god. The crones of their order seeking to enact a blood sacrifice to divine the future and make the wishes of their masters become a reality in the mortal realms. Seeing innocent civilians goaded and beaten as they made their way to the altar, their last few moments consumed by fear and hopelessness, the Stormcast wizards prepared themselves to launch a surprise attack and undo the arcane magics that the Dark Elves were channeling into their bloody altar. As the leader of the Hag stepped forward, they unleashed a dazzling blast of light to disorientate their foes, and battle begun in earnest in Warhammer Underworlds Emberguard. In today's game, we're going to be playing a Warhammer Underworlds Rivals format game. Now, in the Rivals format, players pick a pre-built 32 card deck known as a Rivals deck. A player's Rival deck is made from cards that only feature that deck's unique symbol denoted in the top right hand corner of each card, which means if you have at least one Rivals deck and one warband from the list below if you're going to a competitive scene, or you can use pretty much anything you want in a less organised setting, you have everything you need to join in with this format. In today's game, I'm going to be playing with Stormsire's Cursebreakers. For the Cursebreakers today, I'll be using the Grand Alliance Protectors rule. This gives me the Inspire condition where immediately after an action step, if a friendly fighter began that action step in friendly territory and made a successful attack, you can inspire the fighter. I've also got a cool ability called Deny Trespasses where friendly fighters can't be flanked or surrounded while they're within friendly territory. And then a bunch of different abilities like Righteous Fury, where immediately after making an attack roll for a melee attack made by a fighter in friendly territory, I can reroll one of the attack dice. I've also got the ability to push a friendly fighter so long as they're in friendly territory, and Secret Pathways as well, allowing me some big redeployment abilities as well. For the fighters in my warband, there are 3 of them, and the leader is Averon Stormsire himself. Now he's 5 health and 1 shield for defense. He's got a range 3 hex attack and a 2 hex range attack as well. They need hammers on the close combat and cross swords on the longer range one. Well, we've also got Amos and Rastus as well, which both have 2 different abilities. One of them has the ability to stagger in Amos, and then Rastus has the ability to cleave. Now, when these fighters do inspire, they generally get a little bit of extra dice to their power and some extra abilities. I get Grievous at my ranged attack with Averon when he inspires. We also get extra dice on Amos, as I said, and for Rastus as well. For my deck today, I am playing with the Realmstone Raiders Rivals deck, and this means I have a plot. When using this Rivals deck immediately after the first successful friendly melee attack in any action step, I can raid a number of times equal to the bounty characteristic of the target. I reveal the top card of my deck, and this card counts as raided. If that card is an Emberstone card, I can then play it if it's a ploy or upgrade. The upgrades do require me, though, to have sufficient glory to have them equipped. And here we have the full card listing for the Realmstone Raiders Rivals deck as well, with its objectives, ploys and upgrades here for you to look at. In today's game, Howie is going to be playing with the Knives of the Crone. And so for the Knives of the Crone, they've got a few different abilities. First of all, their Inspire condition, if Foretold Wisdom is foretold after a friendly fighter's successful attack, as a result of a Visions in the Blood ability, you get to inspire that fighter. Now, Visions in the Blood is a ability they can use to roll on a prophecy table at the beginning of the round, and after they make successful attacks, you can do a variety of different things, from allowing you to look at the top card of your objective deck, get some rerolls in your saves, or even get Grievous on your damage. The Rituals of Prophecy are allowed to sort of be combined as well, as you can get multiple of them on this roll during the game as well. For the fighters in the warband, you have 4 of them, and your leader is Kerner Vix. 2 dodge standard is pretty nice with 2 damage, 4 health as well on your leader, while the majority of your other fighters have 1 dodge, and you've got 4 health on both Tazari and Krita as well. You generally got quite a low damage, with only Tazari having a damage 2 attack as standard. Now, when these fighters inspire, you do get some extra dice on Kerner Vix, and Tazari goes to a 2 range 2 damage attack as standard. You also get 2 damage on Krita and the ability to fly as well on both her and Tazari, which is really nice. And Asfael as well is going to change to hammer and get 2 dodge there as well. He's playing with the Emberstone Sentinels, a take and hold objective deck for them, and he's got a bunch of different objectives, deploys and upgrades, all of which are generally focusing around holding objectives for the duration of the game. And so we're all deployed down on the table for the Stormcast Eternals. I've got Rastus out by the Lonesome, and then next to each other in the middle there is Amos and Averon Stormsire himself on the flank. For the Knives of the Crone, you've got Kerner Vix there, you've got Asfael in front, Zari with her spear, and Krita over there as well. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest, The Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. And so with that, we are going to go priority for round 1 for the Stormcast. I've got a crit, so you would need a crit. And you don't. I'm going to choose to give the first action to Kernavix and the Knives of the Crone. So before we go into the first round proper, you do have your prophecy roll for the Knives of the Crone. Oh, that is a double crit straight away. So with that, you're actually going to get 2 of the buffs straight away, which is going to be an Inspire condition. Because you will get the ability to look at an objective card, and you're also going to get the defense buff as well from the supports. And so you have taken a peek at your objective card there. You've chosen to put whatever one it was down on the bottom of your deck, and next you've obviously got your defense buff will be applied to whenever you need to make it next, and go into your first action. Alright, so the first action of the game is going to go on to Asfael, who'll be making a charge super action. Do have a 3 hex range. You'll be targeting Rastus, needing swords. That's just 1. And so I've got a shield for defense. Nope, that's the support. That won't do it. And so you're gonna got more successes. That means you can push me back onto the objective there. All right. And so with that successful attack, you actually get to roll and attempt to try and prophecy again. That'll be support cross swords this time. And so you're going to take the 2 crits there and turn them into hammers, which means you'll get another Inspire on one of your fighters. And so you'll choose to inspire Krita from that. So you've now got Zari and Krita inspired for the Knives of the Crone. And then you're going to play the Great Speed upgrade. +1 move, doesn't cost anything to do, but this is going on Kerner Vix. I'm then going to play Intoxicated Rage. I can pick a friendly fighter that has no move or charge tokens on them and give that fighter a guard token. Give that guard token to Averon Stormsire there. Alright, we're going to go with a charge super action with Amos next. So going to attack Krita next with Amos after making a move up. Need cross swords. Nothing. And after that, I'm then going to play Angered Focus. I can pick a friendly fighter holding a treasure token in friendly territory. Does not have any move charge or stagger tokens on them. I can raid a number of cards equal to the fighter's bounty. So, can raid my first card. So that was an Emberstone card raided. The second one is not an Emberstone card. So that'll be the action over for me. Alright, Krita will then be doing a charge into Amos. So moving in like so. And so, let's see what we can get. And that is a failed attack there, unfortunately. So over to the second action for the Cursebreakers. Gonna make a move with Averon Stormsire up to there. And that will be him done. Alright, you're then gonna do a charge with Zari. And you can jump over your own fighter due to having fly from inspiring. This time going into Amos. Alright, so all on die space here because I am in friendly territory. Means I can't be flanked or surrounded.
1 hammers.
And 1 hammer, that's it.
Hammer, excellent.
So 1 shield, that's defense. My next action is pretty simple again. We're going to go a second move for Averon Stormsire. And that will be it for me. Lastly, for the Knights of the Crone, Cursebreakers is just making a move onto objective number 1 there. And my last action for the round then is going to be an attack with Rastus. And so Rastus is going to make an attack. I am supported here because I've got a friendly fighter in base contact. So let's see what we can get. That is a success. You got 2 dodge.
Dodges, come on.
No.
And I can't get in.
And so that'll be 2 damage there on Tazari. And so I get to Realmstone Raid 2 times. The first of these is an Emberstone Ploy. I can pick an enemy fighter adjacent to a friendly fighter and give them a move token. Or I can, I'm just going to put that at the bottom of my deck. And then the second one, while it's an Emberstone card, I'm also going to put that at the bottom of the deck. And so we go end of round. And so I'm going to score Hoarder's Hovel. Let's score this in the end phase if any friendly fighters are holding a treasure token that has a value equal to their bounty. And he is holding a objective token 3, which is equal to his bounty. Alrighty, so there is no scoring for the Knives of the Crone, and so that'll be the end of round 1. Alright, so we're about to go priority for round 2. The Knives of the Crone are the underdogs, so they break ties. I got double support, so yeah, you win. So before we begin the round in proper, you do have your prophecy roll.
Defensive.
Yep, the
Very
defensive one. And so to begin with, you're going to do an attack with Krita. No supports in there for you because I'm in friendly territory. And nothing again.
Oh, she is so bad at this.
Alright, Zari is going to have the healing potion used on them. Now you are the underdog, so shield or hammer will succeed on this. So you automatically heal 1, but then you get to roll on a shield or critical, you heal a second time.
Alright, here we go. Nope.
And so using the correct dice this time, that's shield, you heal again. Alright, I'm going to play Raider's Rapture. This is the main card that will last for the remainder of the round. Essentially, whenever I Realmstone Raid, I get to do it with an extra card now. And then I'm going to play Great Strength on Rastus. Who is my upgrade fighter. This gives his attack Grievous. So my first action is going to be making a charge with Stormsire. So making an attack into Cursebreakers. 2 hammers, that will not succeed. And so you're going to score unassailable. Scores immediately after an enemy fighter's attack if a friendly fighter was holding a treasure token in the target. And so you're then going to play Brute Momentum with that glory point you scored, and that's going to go on Asfael. Asfael is then going to make a charge super action, going there, and you're going to be targeting Rastus.
Yeah.
Alright, so go with your attack for Asfael.
3 dice looking for hammers.
Looking for hammers.
2 crits.
Got 2 crits, so
Happy with that.
I got a crit, but it's not going to do anything to save me. I'll take the damage. So you're going to choose to push back, but no follow-up there, as your crits would have allowed you to. Alright, and then after that, you're going to play Settle In. You can pick a friendly fighter on a feature token and give that fighter a guard token. That's going to go on Asfael. Alright, not liking that, Rastus is going to charge back at you. And so, Rastus, we need hammers on this with Cleave. That is 2 successes and a crit. And so your defense is not successful. That'll be 3 damage.
Come on, he's popped.
Alright, so now I get to Realmstone Raid, and the first of these is not a Realmstone card, while the second one is an Emberstone Ploy. I can pick a friendly fighter in neutral or enemy territory and push that fighter 1 hex. They have to end that fight closer to an enemy fighter. Alright. And so I'm going to push Stormsire back there. And so because that was an Emberstone card, I scored critical risk. My attack included some crits, and I successfully raided an Emberstone card in the preceding attack roll as well. Right, next up, Cursebreakers is going to make a charge super action, and she's going to go on the objective there. Alright, let's see what she can do.
Oh, looking for hammers.
Hammers, that is 1 success, so what do I get? I got a shield that's a success as well. Alright, so we're going to go for a charge super action. No, yeah, next of all. And so moving Amos down there, I'm going to make an attack into Zari. Alrighty, so we are needing hammers on my 2 attack dice. I got a double success.
Oof. Alright, 2 defense dice.
Yep, you need 2 successes here. No.
Well, that looks good.
So that'll be 2 damage and you're staggered.
2 damage.
And so because of that, I do get to Realmstone Raid. So the first one here, ooh, is an Emberstone card. Brightstone Vigor. I'm going to put this upgrade on Rastus. And then we'll draw another one, which is not. I get to do one more, which is another Emberstone upgrade, but I don't have the renown to play this one. And so, over to you. So, Creature is making a charge super action, going to be attacking Amos. And so, looking for swords, no supports because I'm in friendly territory. You got 1.
Nothing.
And defense, I've blocked it as well. And so, because all my fighters have charge tokens, I will just make an attack with one of my fighters. Which is going to be Amos going into Zari. And so 3 dice needing hammers. I can reroll one of these, which I'm going to, and get nothing. I'm actually going to use my Righteous Fury ability now. Once per game, I can reroll one of my dice. Seeing as they all fails, I'm going to try and get a success on one of these attacks, and I don't. All right, and end of round scoring.
Quick surge then,
First
after
of all,
your action.
After my action, first of all, though, you've got step by step where you score immediately after your opponent's action if a friendly fighter with any move tokens holds a treasure token in enemy territory.
Okay.
If you're the underdog, which you are, that can also be charge tokens. And so, end of round, I'm going to score Invade. I score this in end phase if I raided any Emberstone cards this battle round after melee attack that target a model while holding a treasure token. And I did over there. Right, you're then going to place the Agile upgrade, and that's going to go on Kernavix. And I'm going to go with playing Great Speed on Avron Stormsire. Today's video is sponsored by the Warhammer merch shop. Want to grab some merch for your favourite Warhammer army? You can use our affiliate link down below to grab your next purchase and help support the channel at the same time. And so we're going to go priority for the last round. For Stormcast, I got a double support, so you beat me no matter what. And then your Visions of Blood Prophecy roll. So with that roll, you are going to inspire Kernavix, but then you'll also get yourself the defense buff sitting there as well. Alright, you're going to, straight up, just begin with, just make an attack with a Creature. And so, go for it.
Got 2 swords.
2, yeah.
That's better. So we're getting there.
So defense, got a dodge, that's nothing for me. And so you're gonna push Amos back as well with that. And go for a prophecy roll.
We'll use that to inspire.
Yeah, and that'll inspire her. And so that will inspire Creature there and keep your defense buff around as well. Alrighty, you're going to play Hold the Line where friendly fighters can't be driven back. This will end at the end of the next action step. Alright, I'm going to go for a charge super action next with Avron Stormsire. And so, charge in like so, we will need hammers. That is 2 successes because of the support as well. Asfael. Not Asfael, Tazari, sorry.
Yep. Come on.
No, that'll be
really good with
another
the
point of damage. That will inspire Avron though. So, being Glory 2, I raid my first one, which is Raider's Premonition. I can pick an objective card from my hand and put it on the bottom of my deck, then draw 1. And then we go for the second card, which is the Armor Piercer. It's a upgrade I can play. I don't have enough glory to do it, but I do raid it regardless. Alright, so next up, the Knives of the Crone. Alright, Tazari makes a move over onto objective number 1. And then you're going to play by the numbers where you can draw a number of treasure, number of power cards equal to the number of treasure tokens held by a warband, which is currently 3. During your power step, I'm then going to use my active defense ability. Once per game, I can pick a friendly fighter in friendly territory and immediately push them 2 hexes. Going to end there. I just have to end in friendly territory, which I do. I'm going to make a charge with Rastus over to here. So Rastus has 3 dice, needing hammers. That'll be 3 successes. And I don't think, no matter what you do here, even with that, I still do 3 damage.
Which is enough.
I think it's a Realmstone raid from that. It's not a Realmstone card. The next one is Hidden Knowledge. I can pick an enemy fighter adjacent to a friendly fighter. Unfortunately, there are none. But we do raid yet another Emberstone card. And so that's going to score me a sure bet. I score this immediately after raiding an Emberstone card after a melee attack if the attack roll contains 3 or more attack dice, which it did. And so Krita just makes a move up to there. Alright, then next I'm going to make a attack with Amos. And so Amos will need cross swords. I will be getting support thanks to Stormsire there. 2 successes.
2 successes. Right.
And 2 defense. No.
Neither.
So I've got a power card I can play immediately after I make the attack. This allows me to Realmstone raid from a ranged attack. And so next card is an Emberstone employee misstep. I can pick an enemy fighter and give them a stagger token. And we are going to pick... we will pick Krita. And then I've got Emberstone Edge. Don't really need to give it. Don't need to give that to anyone. I will then score a Reckless Gambit. I score this immediately after raiding an Emberstone card for the second or subsequent time this battle round, and each Emberstone card raided was a different card. Alright, so Krita is going to make a move for your last action. And with that, I'm going to go with my last action, and if you've got nothing to play...
Nothing to play.
So it'll be an attack with Amos. And so 3 dice, needing hammers. I can re-roll one of these, so I will. For 2. Hey! There we go.
Fast there.
And so my first score is going to be Realmstone Raid. I score this in end phase if I raided 3 or more times with different fighters this battle round. And then I also score Emberstone Stash, where it's scored in the end phase if I raided 4 or more different Emberstone cards this battle round. And then you're going to score Supremacy, scoring the end phase of 2 or more friendly fighters with a total bounty of 3 or more whole treasure tokens. And so you're also going to score at the end, whole treasure token 1 or 2 thanks to Krita there. You're also going to score Slow Advance. You score at the end phase if Warband holds any treasure tokens in both neutral and enemy territory. Thank you all for watching. We hope this battle report was enjoyable for you, and if you did enjoy it, please go check out some of our others in the playlist on the channel. If you have any questions, please drop a comment down below, and while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our Discord server to check out all of our future wargaming content. Thank you all.